Hey, Shells Tales, and tonight on Shells Tales, we're going to be trying to make homemade biscuits. Dang it. Hey, Shells Tales, and tonight on Shells Tales, we're about to make homemade biscuits with breakfast. We're having breakfast for me and my mom. My brother will be home later. He'll get some. And I'm going to make some homemade bacon gravy. I'm going to try. I look like a piece of bacon gravy. Look at me. Look at the color of my hair. It's in a different position today, you know. She could look like anything on any given day. You know, it could be lunch meat. Could be peaches. Could be foxtails. Okay, Shells Tales, we're going to do a little something here, okay? I am going to let loose, and I'm going to act like you're not on there, and you're going to have to act like, you know, you see me or you don't. But I just want you to listen to me, and we're just going to be regular, okay? Okay. And so tonight, I need flour. You need to get your flour. You need to read the directions. The directions say... A 4, a 50, a 4, 5, 4, 5, 100, 4, 500. Then it says, you wash your bowl, you dry the bowl, okay? Miss Watson, oh, you not dry the bowl, you not dry the bowl. Okay, I dried the bowl. The bowl. I dried the bowl. Damn, I can't see it all, I'm telling you. But it only needs 2 cups of this flour. So let's do 2 cups of self-rising flour. It doesn't matter what kind of flour. Me, myself here, looks like I just made it in. Before September the 17th for the self-rising Laura Lynn flour. But as again, you can use any kind of flour you want. Shake that up. Now, it says to sift it, but I don't have a sifter. You know how to make homemade sifters? Because I'm telling you, if you sift it, I have sifted before, and you can't sift like that. You can't do that. You're going to need a real sifter. Hold on a minute. Let me see what I can find in my makeshift sifting place. Okay, guys. So, hey, I'm just going to see what it does, okay? Not a homemade. It's not a sifter at all. Nowhere in the sifting family. But we're just gonna see if I got time. I ain't got nowhere to be, you know, I ain't got nothing else planned. You know what I'm saying? You ready? It's this grater thing I found. We're gonna sift it. We're gonna see if it'll sift. Let's see if it'll sift. Can't do a lot. Let's see. Shake your shimmy. I just shift in a little bit. You have to tap. Guess it'll be more of a tap thing. Oh my goodness, I'll be tapping for days. I want biscuits. That's me. Please don't bark. No. I'll be tapping for days. It'll never work. I mean, it looks good. Sifted a little bit, but like I said, I'll be sifting forever. I ain't got time for y'all to sift with me. I ain't even got time to sift like that. I'll just dip in, sift what you can. It'll be half sifted, half not, like unsweetened tea and sweet tea. Make it a little bit of sweet and unsweet. It's a little sift, a little unsifted. Okay, Shells Tales, as you can see, that looks a little sifted and a little unsifted. but we're going to work with it. And the smell you smell in here that you can't smell is because I had a pan in the oven and I forgot. And now it's smelling. Hey, y'all, we're back, and look, we're working together. All right. I hate when that dog does that. Okay, so I have cut up my shortening. You know, you have vegetable shortening, and then you have butter, the shortening butter. And so, yeah, I've cut it up. And now I'm going to begin to grind it with my hands. You're grinding it. And you want to get your flour, you know, you want to get it a little, it's not going to be cornmeal-y like, but it ain't going to be floury like either. You know, it's going to have that little mealy feel, you know, that little mealy feel to it. Now, I did add a little extra butter in mine because I don't think butter hurts nothing sometimes. But I'm going to show you what it feels like after this. And boo, you know, me forgetting that pan was in the oven. You just have to deal with those smells, and, you know, you got to deal with them until they evaporate in the air. Or your air conditioning system sucks them through the floor, through the filter. And if you're lucky enough to have air purifiers, well, say no more. Air purifiers are awesome. But you gotta have awesome money for air purifiers. And on top of that, you know, you could probably get you an air purifier from a cheap website. But it's not going to do what you want it to do. And when you get things, you know, you get them because of what they do. And so you want them to do what they say they're supposed to do. And as we're coming around to getting all the little butter nuggets, I don't feel any more butter nuggets, you know, and you grab it. You know, if it stays together, it's good, but that's not really together. No, so that means I'm going to need a little bit of more butter. Going to need a little bit of more stick of your butter in this, yeah? Going to need a little more. Now, I have, in my time, I have made some of the bestest biscuits I've ever seen. I've made them. Took a picture of them, can't do it again. It's a one and done with Chef. One day I might make something really good. Somebody say, make that again. It don't taste like it did. But one thing that I can make that my family enjoys is I make a cauliflower salad, broccoli and cauliflower cheese salad. Ain't nothing special about that. 4 ingredients. Next, I do make a coleslaw that my nanny made. Now my nanny, she made a slaw for you. I make it. Everybody loves it. You know, some people might not. It's a sweetie. It's a sweet slaw. Not like Peter Wheat straw. It's a sweet slaw. Sweet slaw. There we go. Don't get your words mixed. Okay, now we're kind of like in the clump, and we have the texture of meal. A little meal. We got it. It's there. But Shell still wants a little butter. But you know you can't do too much butter, Shell, because it'll ruin the recipe. And then you'll have to add more flour. And then you might not get it right in the India. So this is enough little butter for me. Okay, let's grind and talk. What has Shell been doing? Oh, well, let's just say this. Shell went to the hospital yesterday. Was it yesterday? She's having memory problems, y'all, and that's not no joke. People might think, but you know what? I used to worry about remembering, and I thought it was so great that I could remember everything, but if I can't remember it, I don't care. Yeah, I don't even care to go look for it no more, you know. Next thing is, What was I talking about that for? Precisely! Exactly about what I'm saying. I forget what I'm talking about, so let's stop talking about that. So we're going to make these biscuits. We're going to stick to what we're doing. Biscuits. Biscuits. So, did I say that I had made biscuits before? Because I have. And they've looked beautiful. Oh, okay, that's what I was going to say. You know, I can't do the same thing twice. You're going to get it once, you know. Next shirt won't be printed like that. Every one of them is going to be one of a kind. One of a kind biscuit. One of a kind house clean. One of a kind casserole. You'll never get it back the same. Because I'm always changing stuff, adding stuff. I don't write stuff down like I'm saving recipes. No, my kids can cook. Their food tastes better than mine. I love to eat their food. So, I ain't got no recipes to pass down. Pass yours up. Let me try that. Let me try to see what yours. Okay, I think I've come. Let me see, to the consistency that I've desired. Let me see. Oh, I guess, right? If you can squeeze it and it does that, that's supposed to be right. Right? Okay, well, girl, let's get ready to make these biscuits there, hon. Let's get ready to make them now, because they done got all right like they're supposed to be now. That flour done got a little mealy like it's supposed to be there. Oh, how many voices she went into now? She was in Louisiana, now she done made her way down there to Jamaica. Oh, girl, you're crazy, girl, you're crazy. All right. Now it says you need to add a 1/4 something of vegetable. Oh, vegetable short. That's the thing on half a cup. I told you I can't read. A half a cup. Who needs that much? Who needs that much oil? I don't know. These better not be no BS biscuits, you know? Because I swear, I wish I had buttermilk. That would be the bestest thing of all. If you had some buttermilk. Okay, that's a lot. That's a lot, Laura Lynn. That's a lot. A half a cup of vegetable shortening and 2 tablespoons of melted butter or margarine. It's optional. So could this be optional? It could be. So guess what? We're going to add half of it since it's optional. I'm just going to do what it says, y'all, okay? I'm just going to do what it says. See where we go from there. How much milk would you like me to get now? How much milk do we need? We need 2/3 or 3/4 cups of milk. Well, which one do you want? 2/3 or 3/4? Man, that's a lot. That's a lot of moisture for these biscuits, guys. And she got to look like I was about to have a wing come out the back. Okay, 2/3 to 3/4. Oh, so I guess what you would be doing is you would be pouring it in as you need so you could tell how much you needed and how much you didn't. So that's why they're saying the most you need is 3/4. All right, we're going to get ready to fold. Let me just see if you can see my mess. Look, that's my mess. We're gonna fold. Don't do it. Don't do it, Miss Suda. All right, we're folding. I went ahead and folded that oil in a little. You know, one day I'll have those TikTokers. Well, it ain't got to necessarily be TikTokers, but I'll have those cameras that sit up here so you can watch over my shoulder. All right, y'all. Well, I can tell you right now. I don't know, no. Hold on. I thought it was going to be soupy. I thought it was going to be like soupy Sam. Supercell. Oh no, it's turning in. Oh man. Oh man, okay. But guess what else we need? Okay. And it's even coming out fast. We're just gonna add the rest of this milk because I just wanted to do everything inside. And so if it gets too gross or like gross and feels like slime went berserk, you know who your friend is, don't you? Your friend's name is Flour. Just add more flour. Because it looks like that's what we're going to need. I'm going to keep doing this a minute, like a pulsation. But I can tell you right now, that's all right. Shoot, you might be done got it. I have this little cord on the end of my phone there. And, every time I look up, it makes me think it's a spider there. Because, I've been having situations with spiders. I even found one in the closet, the pantry closet over here. And when I tell you he's a big one, he was so big. He was so big, he made me nervous. And I didn't even get close to him yet. A spider can look a certain way. But you mess around and let it expand its legs. Whew, whew. It just tear my nerves up. But I like to record them though. I like looking at them. But boy, they get to moving. Or they look small and then they stretch out. It's going to be bad. It's going to be bad. I'm going to get the willies. I'm going to get the willies, okay? I need a little bit more. Just a little bit more. Thank goodness for the cooperation of the gloves. Because if this was on my hand, y'all, I would be having a total meltdown. Like as my dog's doing right now. He's having a meltdown. You know why? Because he thinks he hears somebody out there that he don't. And you know how I know there's nobody out there? Well, there's nobody that I know that would be out there because nobody's coming this way, Are you those people who who's come to your house? You know who's going to pop up, who ain't going to pop up. You already know this. Yeah. Oh, wow. You know what? I might have to take these gloves off due to the fact that I need to feel the dough. You know what I'm saying? Feel your dough. And I can't feel it. So, even though it's going to give me OCD to feel this with my hands, we're going to have to get OCD. We're going to have to get it. We're going to have to get it. We're going to have to get it. Get it. Woo! All right. I'm getting tired of churning flour, churning flour. Oh, y'all know what I was going to tell y'all. I was having a little pain in my heart, And it was a little pain that I have never felt before. Couldn't familiarize it with nothing. Didn't know what was going on. So, Shells tells us if she can fix it at home, she ain't going nowhere now. Ain't going nowhere to go be over there and go be bothered with them people. Because everybody having a good time. Some people want to be doctors, but other people just over there to look pretty in the scrub for the night. As soon as they get done with you, they just like police. They don't remember you. You just another person. I'm going to help you. Police tell you, I'm going to help you. I'm going to be right there every step of the way. As soon as they take you in, they are no longer there every step of the way. And you don't know them. Try to call them and be like, do you remember what you told me? Anybody hear none of that? So at the hospital, it's like, get them in, get them out. They ain't trying to remember you or remember that you're special, you needed something done. So anyway, make a long story short, at the good hospital over there, hey, got my, got that baby where she needed to be. Next. So I had to go to the hospital, y'all. They did the EKG. They tried to draw blood. You see that on my, you see that? And they got a little stick right there in my arm. But they realized they couldn't get nothing. And ever since I had a hysterectomy when I was 25, you know, I went through so much traumaticness with every kind of antibiotic running through my veins you could possibly imagine. My veins got messed up after that. I'm glad to be alive, but I can't get stuck no more. It's going to be a long day. You better bring a professional. You better bring a professional here. I hope y'all heard all that, because I was low on power, so I had to push the button. But if you're going to try to stick me, you better bring a professional in here, because I ain't got time for all that. For y'all to play like, is it honey? One second, you're such a good sport. I'm not. I'm not a good sport. But I'm trying to give you the benefit of the doubt, because everybody in my family knows I can't stand no doctor. I don't listen to them. I'll put up with them. Please don't let me ever have to go. Lord, please just bless me in that way. But hey, they make me freeze. Police and doctors, woo! They make me freeze. I ain't got time. So anyway, I went because my family was worried. And I too was worried. But I went because I know my family was worried, and they wasn't going to stop worrying me until I went. That's how you get somebody to do something. You make them uncomfortable. Get them out their comfort zone. You'll get what you need. But anyway, I didn't want to hear all that. So I decided, just go on over here to the hospital shell. So I went, and I did it. Did the EKG. They tried to draw blood. Said they wasn't going to worry about it. Now, this is what she said. Now, the nurse said she wasn't going to worry about it. I ain't going to worry about this. You know, they have to get somebody down here that does the IVs to do this. I ain't going to worry about this. Good. Go have the x-ray. 2.2. Set for 3 more hours. And then I look around and I realize I'm the only one left in here that came in today, and everybody else is gone except me, and every person in here is a new face, and some of them have went back. Have I been lost in time here? Did I not hear my name? No way. No way, Shell. You wasn't doing nothing but watching videos. You were listening. About that time, something else hit me, y'all. I said, you know what? They're going to need your blood to finish the assessment. So guess what? That means when you get back there and they see that they couldn't draw no blood, they're going to be like, oh, Miss Ferguson, you need to have some blood work done. And I'm going to be like, oh, sir, but they couldn't get it before. You're going to have to send it back to somebody. And, you know, they might get somebody right now, a good person to stick you. And they might have not heard what you said. And so then they're just going to call for you to be stuck, not knowing that it's a difficult stick. So send somebody who knows what they're doing. They could have. But hey, like the Fonz, it's Shell. So, you know, anyway, I told myself, and then if they have to stick you again, that's just going to throw you back into rotation. And you can't see when it gets dark, and you got to go home. You got to get something to eat for your mom. You got to feed the dogs. There's so many more things that need to be done, and no, I can't do that. But to be honest with you, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what happened, but, you know, it ain't been hurting since I left the hospital 2 nights ago. It hasn't been hurting. And all I can say is thank you for that. But I will tell you one thing. My sister, my sponsor sister, they're all sponsors. They all sponsor their Pawn Shop Shell sister. They all sponsor me. Okay. All right. So this sponsor I got on this one was some magnesium and some B12. And I'm gonna tell you. You know, I know those things have to work in your system for like 30 days and stuff before you even begin to feel vitamins. But I don't know if that's quite true, because I took that B12 and the magnesium last night, took a small nap, woke back up at 8 and hit the floor running. I did so many things. At 12 p.m., I was checking oil, adding antifreeze. I had to wash clothes, took out trash, did the kitchen. I called it the living room in here, but did the kitchen, took care of the animals, took care of myself, took care of their medications they need. I did so many more things. off of B12 and magnesium. Now, I called my sponsor and she said, no, that just couldn't be. And I said, yeah, I thought so. But I took, one this morning. And, I took a B12 and a magnesium this morning before we working. I've been on those this. Tell me. I don't know, but I like it. So therefore, we're just going to see. It could be a mindset. It could be the Lord, But I know I've been taking it for only 24 hours, and everything's different. My mind, everything. So you never, ever know. But anyway, back to our biscuit wad. Okay? I think it feels the way I want it to feel. But anyway, just to let y'all know, Shells Tales is doing okay. She's doing okay. She's doing okay today. We ain't talking about tomorrow, next week, anytime past the day. Right now. Not even in a minute from now. Right now. She's doing okay. And I'm going to go ahead because I'm going to have to plug up my phone in a minute. And I don't want to go do that before I do this biscuit video. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it off. And when I get the biscuits, when I get it done, I get ready to carve them. I'll show you the carving and I'll show you them on the pan going in and coming out. Gucci. Here we have it, Shells Tales, your roller, Shells Tales. Your roller, your biscuit cutter is the cup, the Tupperware cup from the 70s. And there's your biscuits. And you got a double lid on the side right there and layer it like flakiness. It gives you a better biscuit. Okay, Shells Tales, we have biscuits ready. Don't mind the pan. It's an old-fashioner. It does the best work ever. But I take that little roll right there. That's the last piece of my biscuit that I have left, so I always do it like a little spiral. And we'll see how it comes out. Okay. Shells Tales, we have Shells Tales biscuits. So look at the cracks in them and the opening. Don't they look so great? I'm so proud. Guess what? I like it. Hey, Shells Tales. And I'm done with that. They look pretty good to me. I haven't tasted them yet because that's another thing with Shells Tales. I don't like to eat right after I cook my own food. I don't know. It's got all kind of little ticks and tacks and, But anyway, as I'm going to say with them biscuits, as my grandbaby Lonnie would say, phew. I know that's right. And also, guys, I love you, and so does God. Thanks for watching Shells Tales. Amen.